Hello, good evening, everyone. Am I audible? Can anyone confirm? Am I audible? Okay, yeah, yeah, thanks. Okay, so welcome to all this getting started with competitive programming course. So this is the first session, and Prof Neeldhara Misra is not available due to some other commitment. So I am handling this course. So I'm taking this session. So this is the first session. So I would like to introduce this course. Then what type of questions will be there in the exam, and what is the structure of this course. And before that, if you have any specific query, then you can also ask in this session. And we have received only one query in the form. So just now I have received another. Okay. Oh, we will take your query also, and we will also answer the query which we have received in the form. Okay. So let me take the query first, then I'll explain the structure of the course and exam also. Yeah. So you can raise the hand and you can ask your query. Hello. Yeah, if you have any query regarding the course content and anything which if you have anything required additionally for this course, so then you can ask your query first. You can raise the hand and I'll take your query one by one. Okay, no query. You can also write your query in the chat box. Okay, meanwhile, I am just explaining the query which I have received through the form. So, Mohit is asking about the questions in the exam. The questions for exam is based on the video of the respective weeks. All the questions are MCQ, right? Is the exam is easy or tough? If the questions are MCQ, then the answer for the question might have more than one option or right. Okay. So this query is overall regarding the exam questions. So what type of questions which you are seeing in your graded quiz? Okay, graded quiz or practice quiz. So similar type of questions will become in the exam also. Okay, so question type and question patterns will be the same as your quiz assignments. Okay, so means there are three type of questions. One is MCQ. So MCQ is generally have the one answer correct, where you can select only one answer. Another is MSQ, multiple select questions, so where more than one answers are possible. And another is numerical input type of questions. Okay, where you have to put some input as like an integer something, so as a answer. And all three types of question you have already seen in your assignments, the quiz assignments. So similar type of questions will be come in the exam also. And level of the questions will also be very similar, okay, of your that regular quiz, assignment quiz. So means this is the competitive programming course. So definitely you will get any scenario which reflects some problems, okay, that programming problems, where some like concept or approach based questions will be there. Okay. So here you are also seeing some that assignments question where the some problem is given first and two, three questions are given based on that. So based on the approach also. So similar type of questions will be there. So also the practice with the questions which are giving in the quiz and practice quiz. So many of the questions, maybe some of the part of the exam will be based on the your quiz directly. Okay, maybe some of questions will be new, so that you have to think during the exam. So what approach you can apply on that. Okay, so another student is asking about the PYQs. Okay, so generally NPTEL course not provided any PYQs because these exam we not disclose the paper after the exam. So because of that, PYQs are not available. But yeah, most of the your quiz questions is reflecting to the PYQ also. Okay, so some of the part in the exam is actually comes from your direct your weekly quiz assignments. Yeah. Okay, so Vijay Kumar Verma is asking, sir, how to practice for exam apart from quiz and assignments? Yeah, okay. So as I said that these assignments are directly related to your competitive problems. Okay, where some problems are giving and questions are depends on the app. So definitely you have to practice on the problems. Okay, then how you are solving the problem. So if you are very a beginner in the competitive programming, then you can start with the very basic problems. On the There are many competitive platforms are there where you can filter the problems based on the topic and as well as the difficulty level. Okay, so means here this course is completely depends on the problems which are based on some algorithms. So week wise you can see we are covering some standard algorithms and dependent problems. So like that algorithms are DSA problems. Okay, so DSA algorithms. So this is the prerequisite for this course, DSA. So if you know the standard algorithm which actually provide to solve any efficient task, okay, any task efficiently. Okay, so like graph algorithm, you have seen greedy algorithms, you have seen union find data structure. Week 4 you are seeing. Okay, so deadline is not over yet. And week 5 DFS and BFS based on the graph algorithm again, some sorting and binary search related problems. Okay, so all these actually standard algorithms are related to the DSA, and problems are designed based on these algorithms. So what scenario actually the problem creator are taking when they are creating the problems? So they are just taking some background of the algorithms and then create the scenario of the problem. Now you need to figure out that what actually what is the actual background of the problem. You have to figure out what algorithm is fits to that scenario to solve that. So this is the main focus of this course. So you can figure out that how which algorithm is suitable for which type of problem. Okay, so just if you are not very familiar for these DSA algorithms, so you can quickly recap. And I think professor is also discussing some idea of the algorithms also in the lectures, and then professor is discussing some problems based on that algorithms. Okay, so see the algorithms, all the videos very carefully, and you can also use some additional resource to understand the DSA algorithms, and then you can comes to the problem. Or more practice, just use some additional like competitive platforms like Lead Code. You can start. Okay, Hacker Rank, Hacker. There are many platforms are there. Code Force, CodeSafe. But if you are very beginner, just select the problems based on the topic and difficulty level wise, and then start solving them. Okay, language. Do not focus too much on the language, programming language. Which language you are comfortable more? Just solve the problem in that language. Okay, language is comes later. First you should able to solve the problem. Okay, doesn't matter which language you are using. So because of that, most of the competitive platforms provide more language options. So here we are also providing 4 language options. So which language you are comfortable, you can use that. So, sir, are the programming assignment questions will be there in the exam? No. Okay, so programming assignment is only for the weekly assignments. Okay, not for the final exam paper. So this programming assignment is only for the programming that weekly assignment. So because this is just the main actually requirement of this course, you should have some practice on the programming, programs writing. Okay, so we generally not ask any program writing, code writing type of questions in the exam. Okay, so exam will be similar to your quiz assignments. So as you said, the exam involve all MCQ, MSQ, and numerical question. Yeah, correct, Mohit. Yeah, this is. And there is any reduction on total marks for wrong answer. Okay, no, there is no negative marking in the final exam. Okay, so there is no reduction. Will the question in exam entirely based on the topics and algorithms taught in the class? Yes, definitely. But this competitive type of course program, that problems may be very new. Okay, but the concept behind the problem will remain the same to whatever you have learned in this course. So suppose if you have learned like BFS and DFS algorithm to solve any problem, so say, problems may be different, scenario may be different, but the algorithms the required algorithms will be remain the same, which you have already seen in this course. Okay. So, okay. Sir, can we still use CP coding? Because AI like cloud does the all coding. Yeah, still you should know actually how to figure out the logic. Yeah, right now this is the things. Everything is can be done by the AI, but this actually reducing. If you are using AI too much, that is actually reducing your thinking skills also. Okay, so you can help the AI to learn or understand the concept. Okay, just you can improve your knowledge with the help of AI. You can take the help to understand the concept, problems, or you can also create your problems. Okay, so now you can use the AI like if you have some problems, you can ask to AI to create the similar type of problems. Okay, what the other problems are possible, which you have in the assignment, weekly quiz assignment. You can ask to the AI. So AI will create some new set of questions. Then think how you can approach those questions. In this way, you can take the help of AI. Then you can improve your thinking skill, logical skills. So don't use AI like that just to solve everything. Okay. So it will definitely it will reduce your thinking skill. So at the time of placement, when you will like suppose if you are going for the placement, definitely they will not give you AI like just solve the question on that AI. They will check your like logical skills. Okay, so do not use AI to solve the problem. Just you can take the help to learn and understand the things. Will the questions from practice assignment appear in the final exam? Yeah, that may comes definitely. Okay, so any like content which we are providing in the course, like practice quiz, that your graded quiz and programming assignment also. Okay, so programming assignment, how you are solving that programming assignments. So that question may also be convert into a like MCQ or MSQ type. So what approach you are solving using to solve that problem. So that approach based question may be asked. All question have 1 point or might have 2 points. Okay, so that I'll give the answer for this. Sir, why programming assignment for this course have so much restricted to output? Even it can't accept an extra line. Yeah, this is the requirement of the online judge actually. So anywhere when you will give this like exam, many of the company also take this programming exam also. They just check the by the automation. Okay, and automation generally not takes like uh, if you are getting some like close type of output, so they generally match like a string matching things. Okay, what output you are getting and what is the configured output is there, so that should be actually actual matched in the output. So nobody actually checking that manually or approach during this type of exam, online judge exam. So because of that, you have to uh, generate the output exact similar as required by the question. So this is the requirement of the online this platforms. Okay, so you have to follow that. All questions have 1 points or might have 2 points. Yeah, this things. So okay, let me actually every week how we will calculate the 25% marks for this weekly assignments. Okay, so every week you have two types of assignments, like programming assignment and graded quiz. Okay, practice quiz does not contain any marks. So graded quiz. So we will just take the graded all graded quiz. Okay, be 12 weeks you have. So all 12 weeks graded quiz will be taken separately, and all weeks programming assignment will take separately. Okay. So now we will take the best 8 out of 12 quiz score for 12.5 marks. Okay. Similarly, in the same ratio 2 by third number of problems in the programming assignments we will take for the another 12.5 marks. So each week every assignment, your every like quiz assignment is considered as a 100 marks assignments. Okay, like same for the programming assignment also 100 marks. So suppose if you have 12 weeks, so means you are getting the marks from 100 in every quiz, and we will take the best 8 average. And programming assignment, suppose you have total number of programming problems 24 in this complete course. Okay, all 12 weeks. So we will take the same 2/3 ratio, so that 16 problem, best 16 problem will be taken uh, out of 24. Okay, for another 12.5 marks. So this ratio, in this way, your graded quiz and your programming assignment score will be taken for the 25 marks. And remaining is the proctored exam, so that is 75 marks. So that will be based on the your proctored exam, final proctored exam. Survive. Okay. Sir, how much mathematics is required to do well in CP? Yeah, some basic understanding you should have. Okay, mathematics, because to understand the algorithms, to understand the efficiency, some basic mathematics is required definitely for problem solving. Okay, so we cannot say that mathematics is not overall required. So some understanding of the calculation, efficiency, that some basic mathematics. I'm not sure that you should have very good in the every part of the math. Okay, but understanding of basic math is required. After that, DSA concept is much required. Okay, that is some standard algorithms are very much required for the CP. Sir, will the exam be challenging, or will it be manageable for someone who has completed all the assignment? Yeah, as I said that some of the part in the exam will directly reflect your weekly assignment. Okay, maybe I'm not sure which how much percentage, but some part maybe 40%, maybe 50%, that will directly reflect your weekly quiz questions. But remaining part will be the new, but that will also be very similar to your assignments question. Okay, so that I said that for this subject, problem questions will be based on some problem, like uh, problem solving approach, and that will be based on some your weekly algorithms which you are seeing here. So how the problems actually uh, takes the some standard algorithms to solve efficiently. So some approach you have to think, but you have already seen many problems during the like weekly assignments, quiz, and programming assignments. So if you practice more on, so with this course also practice on the some competitive platform. You can start with the easy level problems. So that will improve your logical skills. Okay. So how you can make the logic. So yeah, I can understand the video very well, but programming implementation doesn't understand, as I know only basic Python. Okay. So as I said that Python, hmm, so any one of the programming language is required to implement any of the algorithms or any solution of the problems. So which language you are comfortable, you can start programming in this. So mostly most common language we have like C, Java, C++, Python, and Python is the easiest one. So you can use any language, but yeah, implementation is for beginners. Definitely, implementation part is not much easy, but after some practice. Okay, so this you can improve only by the practice. So you can start with some problem, but do not leave. Okay, you will face the difficulty initially, but do not leave. Just solve easy problem first, and you can make like some plan to solve regularly. You can solve one problem maybe one day. Okay, but after that you will see, after maybe after solving 50 or 100 problems, you will see the next new problems will actually contain that problems will be just like a superset of the previous problem which you have already solved. So now you can quickly figure out that this type of problem I have already solved before, and I can just improve this, and I can just add some logic on that. Okay, and I can solve another problem. So this is totally depends on that how much problem you have solved before, and if you are beginners, you can start right now. Maybe after like 6 months or 1 year, you will become uh, much efficient compared to today. Okay, so just wait and just do practice regularly. Okay, let's see by the probability effect on exam. Uh, Get up to knowing the video. Yeah, video is also because what Prof is explaining in the video. Prof is also explaining the solution of some like competitive problems. Okay, That problems are depends on some algorithms. So Prof is just explaining that how we can use that type of algorithms in such this type of problem. Okay, all these problems are taken by some previous competitions. So and Prof is just explaining the approach to solve that. Okay, so that is also a problem solving. You are also solving the programming assignment weekly, and quiz assignment also contains some scenario that is also reflecting some problem solving things. What you can do, you can also write implementation of the quiz assignments. Okay, that is just like a MCQ, MSQ questions, but you can think about that how you can write the code for that if any problem is given in the assignments. Okay, so in this way you can also improve your like coding skills. Sir, any PYQ so that we can get rough idea on how much exam? Actually, I have already mentioned this. Generally, no official PYQ is released. Okay, so only these quiz assignments, all these things are available. So you have to practice on this, and you have to practice on the problem solvings in some additional resource. PYQ that again rough idea on how much exam paper would like. Okay, sir, can assignment question is enough to study to prepare exam to get passed? Yeah, definitely. So, but I'm not saying the exact questions. Okay, every question just understand that how you are solving, what is the approach to solving. Just understand these things, not just getting the answer for the fixed question. Just think about that. What type of other problems may be asked on these concepts? Okay. So because of that, I mentioned that you can take the AI help now because this is available. So you can create a practice questions by your own. Okay. So just put some question to the like AI LLMs, and they will generate a different new questions of that the same type. So you can by your own you can create a set of questions. So do I need quantitative aptitude for competitive programming? No, that is not required. But yeah, some basic understanding of logical reasoning that is required. That can be improved. Like after some practice, you can improve these things. This is not just like a 1 day or 2 day things. Okay, so that improved uh, if you practice continuously. Okay, but this quantitative aptitude is not specific required. Yeah, DSA algorithms is required. Problem coding skills is required. Definitely you should have good command on any one of the programming language. Okay, this is required. Okay, some basic math understanding is required. You should also know the efficiency things. So okay, so you can understand that which approach is efficient compared to the others. So this knowledge is also required. So that is also a part of DSA. Okay, of complexity analysis. Sir, some problems are there in the programming assignment that in particular language its solution have decreased the complexity while same implementation may have more complexity. So does that also affect the score? No, no, no. We are not checking, we are not separating the solution based on the language selection. Okay. If you are completing the task, means if you are passing the private test case, doesn't matter which language you are using. If you are passing the test case, private test case only. Okay, not public test case. So that means you will get the marks. Efficiency is there. So if efficiency is set to the program, so definitely if your code is not efficient, that will not pass the test case actually, private test case. Okay. If your private test case is passed by any solution, so you will get the marks for that. But yeah, some competitive platforms they set actually some complex time complexity or some time for the solution. So where you have to write a efficient approach, okay, efficient solution. But also language doesn't matter for that platforms, okay, because they provide all the language. So on that language, you have to use the good actually logic. So where the logic is taking less time. The mic could fail on certain test case. Yeah. So this is the problem. If your code is failing for certain test case, like 3 out of 5 private test case passed like this, so means here you are writing the logic, but you are not able to think some corner cases of the possible input. Okay, you are writing the logic, but that fulfilling most of the problem, but maybe some corner possible input case, your logic is not satisfying. Okay, because of that, this partial test case pass happen. Okay, so when you are writing the logic, think about all the possibility of the input, then create your logic. So this is the only reason if you are passing the partial test case. Yeah, private test case are not visible, so you have to think all the possible input, okay, by your own. Otherwise, why we are not providing like displaying the private test case? So what is the actually uh, possibility is that some of the learners maybe write the hard code for that test case. Okay, so generally we are providing only some public test case. You can figure out that what type of input is there, and now you have to think that what are the possible type of input. Okay, so then you have to write the logic. So this is also very much requirement of this competitive program. Some problems, okay, to inequality. Okay, so chat, all queries I have covered. I think if any queries I have not responded, please you can also open your mic and you can ask directly. Okay, and regarding the solutions, so we are thinking that to provide the detailed solution of your weekly assignment, is it fine? Like your quiz assignments, we will provide some detailed solution for questions, both questions like practice and as well as the graded. I think some questions, some feedback is configured on the portal itself, but we will provide the document, okay, in the PDF document. Code giving a runtime error on large input, but works fine on some sample. Yeah, this is also a possible like things uh, where the time is the problem. Okay, your code is taking too much time to solve. Okay, so that here some efficiency is required in your code, runtime error. Okay, so or there is another possibility also from the code. So what you can try the same logic with another language, maybe Python or something, and you can test your things. Okay, so sometimes we faced runtime error in C with different problems, different region. But yeah, sometimes due to time efficiency also. Because in private test case, generally very big test case are configured. So efficiency is required. If you're not getting all the test case pass, you can also think for time efficient code. Yes, I cursor we have already mentioned in the initial thing. So the final exam will be based on your similar to your quiz assignments. Okay, where you have MCQ, MSQ, and numerical input type question, not the coding exam. Okay, you don't require to uh, write the code in the exam. Okay, only MCQ and multiple select and in numerical input. This type of questions will be there. Mhm. Okay. Okay. So any other things you required from our side, like solution we are thinking is to provide as a PDF. Okay. So maybe if I think first 3 week have completed, now week 4 is running and week 5 is also released. So we will provide solutions in PDF format. We will provide for both. Okay. So like practice also, practice assignment quiz also, and graded quiz also after the deadline. Okay, Vijay. But programming assignment, we are not providing any like explanation. After the deadline, you can see all solution in your dashboard also in your portal. So you can figure out that what is the configured solution, and to understand the solution, you can take the help. Like you can just go apply the dry run on the code, and you see how the code is actually working. Okay, so that solution is already available on the portal after the deadline, and that you can figure out. But for quiz assignments, we will provide the detailed solution PDF. Okay. So as I mentioned that there is no like PYQ or a set of questions on some platform for this uh, course. Okay, but now it is you can take the help of AI to generate the new questions of this type. Okay, so just ask to AI that create the questions, 10 questions of this type. Just paste one of the questions from the assignments that will create actually. Okay, but there is no specific platform to practice more for the same type of questions. Yeah, Rusil, what which question you are referring? Sir, any format like how many MCQ, MSQ, and numerical questions? So which Vijay, which format you are asking? You are asking for final exam or uh, what you are asking? I'm not getting this. Week one, quiz one questions. Okay. Yeah, what's your doubt? One second, where is meeting? I'm sorry. Yeah, Mohit, definitely. If you're solving all these questions by your own, you are understanding the approach behind the questions, definitely you can score better in this course. Uh, Final exam. Okay, so this is final exam is 3 hour exam. So definitely we tried actually for the approx equal weightage from the each week. So you can expect the equal something. Okay, but questions will be very similar to your quiz assignments, like some problem scenario, like comprehensive type questions. Okay, so some questions is there, then two, three questions on based on that scenario will be given like this. But exact number we cannot like tell you right now. That will be based on the exam paper creation. Actually, that prof will decide. So each week actually assignment is considered as a 100 marks like question. Okay, 100 marks assignment. Every quiz is considered as a 100 marks. So other all questions have 1 point, 2 points. So suppose if you are getting total 15 points, so 15 points will be converted into a 100 marks in the same ratio. So this is the way to getting the weekly score. Yeah, Rusil, what is your doubt in the week quiz one? And also, I'm already also saying that. So in your course page, there is one Q&A actually. A link is there. Okay, that is linked to your Google forum, discussion forum. You can utilize that to ask your query if you have any doubt in the question, or maybe if you have any doubt after deadline, maybe you are not satisfied with the answer of any week after the deadline, so you can also uh, post on the discussion forum. We will check that if any issue is there with the question, so that we will consider after the validation. So just use this discussion forum which you have linked on the Q&A on your course page. Currently we are not getting too much query on that platform, so and that is also after the big deadline. Suppose if deadline is on Wednesday, so maybe within 2 and 3 days, just post your query if you have any doubt in your quiz assignments, you are not satisfied with the answer provided from our side. Okay, so that we will actually, if your argument is valid, so we will re-evaluate that questions if required. But that is only possible within 3 days, maybe within 3 or 4 days. After that, if we are getting any like query in any question, so we cannot actually change. This is also one request for all of you. So if you have any like discrepancy in any question, so you can post in the forum. And this is the Google forum we are using. Do not post on the Discord. I think some of the videos, some Discord link is given, but that we are not using right now. We are only using the discussion Google forum. Rusi, so that one scenario is given. Okay, so that one sequence is given. This here we are not saying that that is why this player two is not adding the full to get 100. So, but yeah, on that question, I think one player one can have the winning strategy if that follow proper like difference of 11 in the each steps. But this is the one fixed like sequence given. You have to tell the answer based on that only. How we cannot argue that why this he player is not choosing that. Yeah, Danny, as I mentioned, that Discord now we are not using because there are too much advertisement and some things are there on the Discord platform. So because of that, we have stopped and we are only using the Google discussion forum. Rusil, you can post the your detailed questions in the that discussion forum. Okay, then I'll respond on that. Or we will also release the solution. Okay, maybe in next 2 3 days, or first 2 3 week, so that you can also follow that. So can be created Discord so that if anyone have any doubt, will answer it. Yeah, visible. For this course, we are not. So now this is week 5 or 6. Mm. You can use this forum na. So we have one forum where we need to create the many things. Otherwise, this will create a confusion also. You can post anything on the forum. Others may also be respond that. We will also respond that. Okay. So do not create more than one forum. Okay. So that will actually distribute the audience on that. What about Discord? Yeah, Discord we are not using now. My question is simple. Will the final exam have 100 questions? No, 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 not 100 questions. So question paper is generally designed in this way, so you can finish in 3 hours. So that may contains like 30 questions, 40 questions, based on the level of the questions. This is not just like 100 questions. Okay, but you may have the like 30 question also. Those so that 30 questions will be converted into a 100 marks paper, and how much marks you are getting, that will be reflected converted into your 75% in this course, like this. Sir, since not many students are there in this course, can we create WhatsApp group? No, there are many students. I think 6,000 students are there, and more than 600 are have registered also. So generally we not create. So this is not allowed like creating some WhatsApp type of group, personal group for this course. But you can create your student community. You can discuss. Nobody is stopping. But officially there is no WhatsApp group allowed. Actually, only this official group which is provided for the course portal, that is only allowed. Okay. Any query which I have missed? Okay, so this is the request. Just utilize that discussion forum. Currently, this is not utilized too much. Only 5 6 queries are there on that Discord. That sorry, discussion Google forum. But you can utilize that if you have any doubt. Okay, any other requirement you have, solution part is, I have mentioned that we will provide some PDF solutions for quiz assignments, but any other things which you want? So what Discord we have for this course, previously you can visit on that. You will get some discussion on the previous terms. Okay, so you can see that what type of questions are there in the previous terms. So how that what type of discussions are there. So you can see on the previous term discussion, but current term actually we are not using current, and also have not used in the previous terms. Any other query, anyone? One DSA link I have. Let me share that in the chat. So you can. This is our IITM BS program, like notes for DSA course. So you can visit that. I have sent in the chat. Okay. So this we have created for the DSA concepts. If you want to revisit some concept of the DSA, you can uh, visit this link. So oh sorry, I am sending to all. Okay. Okay. Any query, anyone? If you have any query, specific query or any requirement, or if you want to discuss like questions in the next session for any week. So because of that, generally we actually share the one Google forum. If you have any specific query, you can post on that Google forum. Okay, so we will just take that question in the live sessions. Okay. No, no final exam QPs are available. Mohit, no QPs are available. Okay. So next live session, maybe next week or next to next week. If you have any if you want anything from our side in the next session, so you can just fill the forum. We will just provide the announcement maybe 2 3 days before the session, and you can just mention your requirement in the forum, and we will cover that. Or you can also mention in the forum, so we will take it. Rules for writing exam. There is no rules for writing exam actually. So there is no negative marking. This is just like a any competitive exam on the TCS center. Okay, just sit and solve the question and marks the correct answer or wrong, like correct answers on the screen. You will get all the rules and like instructions in your admit card once you receive. Okay, any other query, anyone? You can write in the chat also. Let me check the sheet forum, uh, Google Form sheet. No, only two queries are there. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so if there is no query, then we can close the session. If you have any query, you can ask. You can open your mic. You can write in the chat. Okay. So, no, sir. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Then I'm not getting any message in the chat. Also, not nobody is raising the hand. Okay. Then we can close the session. There is no query. Thank you, everyone. Bye.